Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with the weekly sketch. I do one every week, but I try my best anyway. And this is this week's sketch. So I'm going to show you one I've already made, and then I'm going to show you how I made it. I love doing the weekly sketches. So this is my one. I've chosen the beautiful, wonderful Romance Designer Series papers. I'm not sure what I think it was Wonderful Florals or something. I don't know what it's called because I haven't got the card at the back. But I've used, this is the reverse of that. This is the reverse of that. So I wanted to keep it all together. It did call for love arts and 3 of them, but I just chose the flowers to fussy cut them out. And I stamped a thank you card. And then I put a strip of that other beautiful vellum inside, just to give you a little bit of decoration on the inside as well. Lovely little card. So here's my pieces. I'm going to be fussy cutting those pieces out shortly. That's for the inside, and this is 1 3/4 by 5 5/8. The card base is just 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, just scored and folded in half. It's just basically half a sheet of A4. And then I've got a piece of white to go on the top to layer on with my Designer Series paper. The white is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, and the Designer Series paper is 3 5/8 by 5 3/8, just to give it so I've got a constant little border. This piece then is cut at 3 by 4 3/4. It's just to give me a little 1/4 inch gap all the way round. This piece is 1 1/2 by 4. Our circles have come from the second layering circles down in size, and then I've just got these pieces. This is 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and this piece is 3/4 by 2 1/2, and I'm just going to pennant them with my triple banner punch. I'm just putting it in so I can see the 2 corners. Turn it over actually. And just give that a flick. Beautiful. And the same with this piece. I'm just going to pop this in just until I can see the 2 corners. And pop that in. There we go. That's that. Job's the good one with that one. Put that back. So it's just a matter of stamping, layering and fussy cutting. So I'm going to stamp my message. First of all, I'm going to attach this little piece because it's got to be glued on the front. So I'm just going to grab some glue for that, and then I know I can stamp. I can always add a little bit more later, and I don't know why I took it all the way to the end, because this is going to get stuck down. Just on there. Perfect. Oh, and here's my gorgeous husband, and he's fetching me a cup of coffee and a slice of cake, I hope. Oh my gosh, Mr. Oh, he's done it as well. Show him. Oh, look at that, girls. Carrot cake with...
Carrot cake.
Not carrot cake, coconut cake. And I love it with a little splash of butter on it. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mr. Boyce. You are a darling. Oh my gosh. He is just the best. So I'm going to straighten this up on there. I can stamp my thank you. I want to keep it close to the bottom. Perfect. And then that way... Oh, I've got to have a swig of your coffee, ladies. Oh yes, it's Sunday afternoon and there's nothing nicer after a Sunday lunch than a cup of coffee and a slice of Mr. Boyce's coconut cake. Oh, he's a little darling. He doesn't make them very often, but when he does, oh my gosh, every afternoon is like a dream come true. So I'm going to stamp that beautiful rose just a couple of times. One there. And I might switch that one around. Stamp that there. Brilliant. So that's all the stamping we've got to do. I love to clean these off as I'm going, especially with the black ink. And they're from the stamp set Wonderful Climbing Roses. So I'll pop them back. This is the Climbing Roses, the thank you, and the little rose there. So that is perfectly lined up. I'm going to grab my, because it's got petal pink in there, I'm going to colour my flowers in pink. And we've got that piece of pink vellum going on the inside, so I thought I'd colour these accordingly. Beautiful. I'm not doing any shading, it's just a tiny image. And I've got my old olive. You can always go back over it and darken it. If you want to. Perfect. Love it. And this one is going to get attached at the back, just like that. Oh, come on now, it's the weather. It's been such a gorgeous day here today. That's better. Oops. Oh, I can't wait till I slice that cake now. Nom nom nom. So I'm going to lay that down. And then I can add this. Just like that. Perfect. So, let's get these pieces attached. People say, you know, we do these sketches because it gives people inspiration to know they can copy something but put their own interpretation on it, which is what we love. And I think a lot of people do get, you know, can get stuck in a rut and lose their mojo. I know I've done that a few times. You wouldn't think it for card making, and then I tend to go on 3D projects then. And I'm thinking, oh, can't think of a decent card to do, and then, but with the weekly sketch, it's there in black and white. You just copy it. You choose your papers, you choose your sentiment, you choose your imagery, and it just gives you something to look forward to as well. Especially because our weekly draws now, if you come over to our Facebook group, which is Stamped with Joy as well, you enter every 4 weeks. For 4 weeks, and I think we're on week 2 now, so last week and this week, and then another 2 weeks. Your name goes into a draw to win either a handmade gift from me, or if you live in the States, the gorgeous Carla will send you a handmade gift. Because it was her suggestion, she said, and I'll help out in America. So I've got the borders even. And if it's not a handmade gift, it will more than likely be some designer series paper, or, you know, just something as a little bonus and a little incentive to keep you entering every week. And we had 44 entries last week, including my own. And we're only up to, what are we up to now? 27 this week, and we've only got about another 3 hours to go. So if you've entered last week, alright my darling, if you entered last week and didn't enter this week, you've got to get your socks pulled up if you want to be in the draw, and you've got to do it next week or the week after as well. So I'm leaving a little bit of the bottom showing, and I'm making sure this doesn't go too far over. And I've just had to change my blade again from Stampin' Up. Oh, I think I've changed it 4 times in 2 weeks. And I bet you're thinking now, oh my gosh, oh, you're going to see all that glue. No, if it goes on a white background, you can't see the glue through the vellum. Even though you can see it there, as long as it's going onto a white background, just leaving a little gap, top and bottom, you cannot see the glue because it just disappears. You can there, because I think I've got a stain on my finger. But you can't see it. I don't know what that is though. Let me have a look at my rubber, get that off. Oh, it's underneath. Oh well, I'll have to put a little embellishment on that. So I'm just going to pop the lid on this again. And I'll take a swig of my coffee. Oh my word. Mr. Boyce is just a darling. And then we're going to do some fussy cutting now. This vellum is so easy to cut out. Just going to follow the lines. I mean, I'm not really a fussy cutting type of lady, but I don't mind this stuff at all. It's just so easy. I think you practice with this, you'll get it bang on every time. It's just, the point is, because the sun is bright outside, and it's right under my window now, my desk is, so to see it, I can see a little tiny little bit where I've missed. I nearly chopped the leaf off then. But it's just a delight to cut. Beautiful. Now I've got these other two. I want the biggest one. The little one is going to stay on the top. One is going to go flat down and the other one's going to get held up with dimensionals. I'm just going to pop these. It won't take long at all. I mean, I've sat and fussy cut a whole sheet of this out before, even the tiny little flowers, and saved them to add to projects, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to snip that off so I can get in with my scissors. Now that's, I'm going to just shape that now into the leaf because it's been cut. So I can have that one down there as glued on, and then this one will get layered on the top with a dimensional. I mean, if you want, I even sat and cut all those little tiny ones out, but I'm not going to be so technical today. But I think that's what it's designed for, to be fussy cut out. Beautiful. And we're going to have to make the most of it, because it'll probably be gone in June. In fact, I think this came out in the Occasions catalogue. So there's another one there, a tiny little one. But I've got the 3 I want now. I won't get rid of that piece because, like I'm saying, it's got another one on there. So how quick, oh, bash my wrist. How quick was that? So, oh, they're roughly about the same size. I'm going to have that one on a dimensional. I'm going to have that one on a mini dimensional. Just under the flower. And then this one, I'm going to have a larger one just under those flowers. I'm going to need a little tiny touch of glue. And I think this should be fine because it's going on a pale background. Perfect. Wow, how quick was this one? That was going to get crossed over just that way. So you can see the other one underneath. And then this one I'm just going to pop on the top again. Just, I mean, it's supposed to be down here, but I liked it up there. So just give a little bit more texture to that up the top. But there it is. How quick and simple was that card? Beautifully executed as well. I've got glue stuck everywhere. I'm going to clean these nozzles, I think. Oh, no, I haven't finished. I'm just going to come back with some gems. I'm going to have one in there. One there. And then I'm just going to pop one maybe there. Beautiful. Now it's complete. How long did that take? About 12 minutes. I think once you've got all your cardstock cut, how beautiful are those? Beautiful, gorgeous thank you cards. Quick in a flash. Little bit of stamping, little bit of gluing down. Just adds a little bit of elegance, and it could even probably fussy cut that one out and add it to the inside. Let's have a quick look because it's just a short video. I love the curves on the leaves. Just gorgeous. There we go. That way this one hasn't gone to waste. I don't like waste. And that could have a tiny splodge of glue on it. Just behind the flower. And I can now disguise that little blob that was there. Perfect. And I'm going to warrant a tiny little gemstone. I don't normally like putting gems on the inside of cards because they can tend to dent the back of your card. But I'm going to have a couple just on the inside of this one. Isn't that beautiful? Just to set that off now, and you can write your gorgeous message. Oh, do you know what? Absolutely stunning. Loving that. So there you have it. There's my version of this week's sketch. Please come over to Stamp with Joy and join the group. Join in with the sketches. We love seeing all the inspirations. And not only that, even though I've made this one now, you should see all the different types of other cards that have been made just using this sketch. Absolutely extraordinary, and they will be going on the blog tonight. So if you want to see those there as well, it's just type in www.stampwithjoy.co.uk and yeah, it'll take you to Blogspot then, which is where the blog is. So, but there you go, my version of this week's sketch, all wrapped up in about 12 minutes. So I'd love a thumbs up and a share, that would be amazing. And if you would like to press the subscribe button, that I would really appreciate that. And don't forget, I post every single day, so if you want a notification, press the little bell straight away. So, till next time, love you all. Bye.